After 25 years of negotiations, the European Union and Mercosur signed a deal aiming to create an economic bloc with a combined population of nearly 720 million people and representing close to 20% of the world's GDP.
And this agreement sends a very strong message to the world. It reflects a clear and deliberate choice. We choose fair trade over tariffs. We choose a productive, long-term partnership over isolation.
Several accords were signed by international leaders and officials gathered in Asunción, the capital of Paraguay, establishing a European Union-Mercosur partnership agreement and an interim trade agreement, still pending parliamentary approval on both sides of the Atlantic. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva did not travel to Paraguay for the signing, but met the President of the European Commission a day earlier in Brazil.
This is a partnership based on multilateralism. We reaffirm our full respect for all international agreements we have committed to at the United Nations and at the World Trade Organization.
For South America's agribusiness sector, the deal is widely seen as an opportunity. This Brazilian trader says even Europe's strict standards are viewed in a positive light.
The easiest way to develop a domestic market is to be close to very advanced markets. Europe has a high level of requirements and certifications, and that can help Brazil, South America, and Mercosur countries develop.
The signing is seen as a landmark event after more than 2 decades of negotiations, but the deal still faces key hurdles before it can take effect, and support remains uneven, particularly within the European Union. In South America, parts of the industrial sector remain wary, concerned about increased competition from European manufacturers. But the strongest resistance comes from European farmers, who have been campaigning to block the agreement, both in European Parliament and eventually national legislatures across Europe.
On the European side, we're going to have the right, the far right, the more nationalist parties being against it, but also the left wing of politics, which thinks this is a free trade agreement that encompasses a very multilateral neoliberal performance, and then therefore they stand against neoliberalism and therefore against the agreement.
Argentina's president warned about the risk of the deal being watered down as it moves through parliaments.
It is essential that during the implementation phase, the spirit of what was negotiated is preserved. The introduction of mechanisms that restrict access, such as quotas, safeguards or equivalent measures, would significantly reduce the economic impact of the agreement.
Over time, the agreement signed on Saturday aimed to eliminate tariffs on about 90% of the products traded between the two sides of the Atlantic, but there is still a long way to go before this process even begins. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.